Hey, this is 春天了. Welcome back to our English literature live stream. And today we are going to continue study The Pearl by John Steinbeck. And we have learned Kino's family life was simple and happiness. And we have already introduced a few characters. Kino, his wife Juana, and his baby son Coyotito, and the doctor, and some of his neighbor, other fishermen. And today, we are going to continue. And people might ask, what make you distinguished, outstand from the other people? And my English literature study combined with the music. So in Kino's, in the noveler, and the author combined some of the writing. When the Kino's mind sing the happy song, that will be song of the family. When Kino can hear the song of the evil, then tragedy will happen. And there's no lyrics from the author. And as what I told you earlier, I compose music, and also I write lyrics, and also I play piano. Here, I'm going to, I can compose music for Kino's song. You know, when Kino's mind sing the happy song, sad song, evil song, family song. So in this chapter, in chapter 1, the author talk about the song. The song is Juana sing the song. So here is the author wrote, and we are going to compose music here. I just do quickly, and then in chapter number 1, Juana sings softly an ancient song that had only 3 notes, and yet endlessly variety of interval. Here, I compose a song for the book. So that is what, people, some people can write, but they don't sing the song. Some people can sing the song, but they don't compose the song. Some people can compose and sing, but they don't play piano. But I can play piano and the soprano. And because I travel from US to China, my voice always not good. I get cough and I get a cough, and cannot sleep well, lots of things. But I compose the song. Now I'm going to share, let's work together the song to hear what the song sounds like. So I showed you where the song come from. Here, I read again. Juana sang softly an ancient song that had only 3 notes, that endless variety of interval. And this was a part of a family song too. It was all part, sometimes it rolled to an action chord that caught throat, saying that is safety, that is warmth, this is safety, this is warmth, this is the whole. So let me share with you the song. Ready? So the song's lyrics, let me sing it first, and then I tell you what the lyrics is. Sleep, little one, close to my heart, safe in my night, I warm in my shore. Sea whispers flow, stars softly shine. Morn got your dream when gently rest. Sleep, little one, and dream. Sleep, little one, dream without fear. Love from the forest, love evermore. Sleep, little one, dream without fear. Loved from the forest, love evermore. So that's a song I composed. Let me, I'm thinking, I'm composing to see, do I need to change anything? Okay, I want to change it here. Sleep, little one, dream without fear. Love from the first, loved evermore. Sleep, little one, dream without fear. Love from the first, love evermore. Let me see who joined. Oh, hi. Welcome to join. Let me see what's the name. This is Sarabo. Hi, Sarabo. Nice to see you. Said hi. And the next one is Check. Hi, Zach. Hi, Zach. Nice to meet you. Welcome to join. And this is today. I'm working on the Pearl. The author is Nobel Prize winner, and his the novelist's name is the Pearl. The Pearl, and the author's name is John Steinbeck, and we studied together this noveler and share the people's personality. We analyze the character, we analyze the writing structure, we analyze the noveler, and also the way how he write it, and we analyze the color and how the color can be part of the story, and the story start from peaceful and then to tension and then to a little harsh and difficult and make us cannot breathe, and eventually there's unexpected ending. And as what I said, our study, the difference from ours is I compose music. I can write a song. I play piano. I'm a soprano, and let me see. Oh, Dragon, nice to see you, Dragon user. Hi, user, and hi, Track, Cerebral. Nice to meet you. And comment in the chat, where are you watching from? Comment in the chat, where are you watching from? And what is your time in your area? And today we are continue to the Nobel Prize winners masterpiece work. And in his work, it has it talk about the music. So when the story in a peaceful mode, it's going to be peaceful song. Kino's head is going to sing peaceful song or the family song, and when something bad happen, it's going to be the evil song. However, the author didn't provide us the lyrics, and I compose the music for the noveler, and it is really an amazing experience. Any questions? Any questions? Okay, so let's continue here. So for the lyrics, I have because in the noveler, it says, "Who Anna sung softly." An ancient song that had only 3 notes and yet endless variety of interval. And this was a part of a family song too. It was all parts. Sometimes it rose to an arching chord that caught throat, saying, "This is safety, this is warmth, and this is the whole." And this is a whole. Uh, Again, so welcome to join. Comment in the chat. Where are you watching from? And don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. So, Who Anna sung softly an ancient song that only 3 notes, and the lyrics I create. The difference from our study is we have the original song inspired from the noveler. Okay, so here I have another set of the lyrics to match with the noveler. Ah 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 ah, sleep my child. Ah 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 ah, save our world. See a sky high, what you know. Hard and hold, oh, hold your close. Ha 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 ha, dream and grow. Ha 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 ha, my little pearl. Ha 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 ha, dream and grow. Ha 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 ha, my little pearl. Ah ah ah, sleep my child. Ah ah ah, safe and warm, sea and sky. What you know? Ah, sun, ho, sun, ho, hold you close. And then the chord. Ah, 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 dream and grow. Ah, 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 my little pearl. Ah, 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 dream and grow. Ah, 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 my little pearl. So I compose the song and the lyrics for the chapter 1, Who Anna's singing, Who Anna's song, sung to the baby son. And come in the chat, and welcome to join. Come in the chat and to share with me where are you watching, share with us where are you watching from, and what is the time, your local time in your area. Come in the chat and give us some laughs. Give us some laughs, and don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. So, um, so, um, This is the Nobel Prize winner's masterpiece, and we study this masterpiece together. The author's name is John Steinbeck, and the writing style is very special. When he describes something beautiful, it describes something opposite. Okay, with operate is different. So when something good is described and followed by something bad, some tragedy, and at the very beginning, and Kino in his head, there's a song, the song of the family and the song of the beautiful life, and all nicely sing in his mind. But when the problem happen, there's something evil song start in his head. And at the very beginning, Juana sing the song to his baby son. The song's lyrics is, let me share with you the song's lyrics of Juana. Hi Dragon, nice to see you. You there? Okay. Let me see, Dragon. Happy Saturday. Hey, Dragon, nice to meet you. The lyrics of the song is sleep, little one, close to my heart, safe in the night, warm in my shell. Sea whisper low, star softly shine. Moon guard your dream, wind gently rest. Sleep, little one, dream without a fear. Loved from the first, love evermore. So this is the lyrics of the song. And when we read, the author here is said three notes, and yet endless variety of interval. Because it's endless, and then I create another set of the lyrics. Ahaha, ahaha, sleep, my child. Ahaha, say ahaha, safe and warm. Sea and sky watch you now. Heart and home hold you close. Ahaha, dream and grow. Ahaha, my little pearl. So that's the lyrics of the second set of the lyrics. To match with the tone, of this novel, the noveler. Any questions? So now I'm going to share, since I have already gave you the lyrics, and just now I sing first, and then I give you lyrics. So right now with the lyrics, with the meaning of the song, you can listen to it again. Let me, let's sleep, little one, and close to my heart. Safe is the night, warm in the shell. Sea whisper low, stars softly with shine. Moon guide your dream, wind gently red. I try to I'm composing the music. Yeah, I'm composing the music. Let me see how to sing. Sleep, 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 little one, and close to my heart. Safe in my night, safe in the night, hey, warm in my soul. Sea whisper low, stars softly shine. Moon guides your dream, wind gently rain. Rest. Sleep, little one, dream without fear. Love from the first, love every morn. Sleep, little one, dream without fear. Love from the first, love every morn. This is the first set of the song. Since Juana sing endlessly, and then I have second set of the song, the lyrics of the song. Ah ha 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 ha, sleep my child. Ah ha 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 ha, save and world, sea and sky, what to know, heart and hold you close. Ah ha 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 ha, dream and grow. Ah ha 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 ha, my little pearl. Ah ha 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 ha, dream, dream and grow. Ah ha 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 ha, my little pearl. So that is a happy, light mood song. I composed this song for the noveler. And now we are going to back to our novel. In our previous live stream, we met Kino, Juana, and their baby son, Coyotito. We saw the simple life by the sea. It's not a rich life, but it's a quiet and peaceful life. And we will see, we have already seen the dangerous scorpion and the desperate family and a doctor who do not want to help. It is the one of the most discoveries in American literature, the pearl of the world. And when we studied it together, well, I read this story and I also analyze the characters and analyze and explain the story. We teach the vocabulary, we discuss the themes, and help you to understand this novel is still worth to be studied. And let's continue. And in our chapter 1, we talk about Kino. Kino is a pearl diver, and he found the pearl and make the living and feed his family. And Juana is Kino's wife, and Corotito is their baby son. And they live in a coastal village the coastal village, in a very small coastal village. Their life is close to the nature, is very simple and very peaceful. And I also share the song because the author described the peaceful life, and Juana sing the song. Since we talk about that, and also the method of the author when he wrote this novel, the way is very special. And when he described the peaceful moment, and actually after not too long time, the scenery changed. It describes something is opposite. Something he described, and later on some opposite thing happened. Now we have the discussion point. You think about this question. Have you ever had a simple moment that completely changed your life? Have you come in the chat? Come in the chat. Have you met some single moment that completely changed your life? Do you have this kind of thing happen in your life? Now let's continue. Sometimes change begins with a very small event. For Kino's family, the event is scorpion. You ever seen scorpion? The little things have lots of lots of legs, and he can sting the things. With a poison. He bite the enemy they thought, and then they can stink the things to attack or protect themselves. So in this story is Coyotito is stunned. The scorpion stings Coyotito. The baby began to cry. Juana immediately tried to help him. Try to help him. The scene shows a love of parents for their baby. Notice how quickly Juana reacts. Notice how worried Kino becomes. Steinbeck wants us to feel their fear. Even if you have never experienced this exact situation, we understand their emotion. Do you understand the emotion? Do you understand the emotion? Now, vocabulary. Scorpion is a small animal with a poisonous tail. The tail. The poisoner, a small animal with a poisonous tail. Sting. You know the word sting? S-T-I-N-G. S-T-I-N-G. Sting. The word sting is to injure with a sharp, poisonous point. To injured with a sharp, poisonous point. To injure with a sharp, poisonous point. And then the poison, the word poison, a substance that can cause illness or death, a substance that cause illness or death, desperate, feeling that a situation is very serious and needing help immediately. So do we sometimes feel desperate that when you desperate, it is you feel a situation is very serious and need help, something serious that need help immediately. The doctor refused to help. The doctor refused to help. The doctor refused to help. Now Kino and Juana take Coyotito to the doctor. This is one of the most important things in the novel. Kino and Juana take Coyotito to the doctor. This is one of the most important things in the novel. The doctor refused to treat the baby, because Kino is poor. Because Kino is poor. Because Kino was poor. And think about this. The doctor is supposed to help sick people. The doctor is supposed to help sick people, but he cares more about money than people. But the doctor care about money more than people. This scene introduces a major theme. It's social inequality. Some people have power, some people do not. Some people have money, some people don't. And some people receive opportunity, others are ignored. They don't have the opportunity. Steinbeck is criticizing an unfair society. Let me ask you this question. Do you think this doctor is a good person? Why and why not? Why he's a good person, and why he's not a good person? Would he have helped if Kino were rich? Would the doctor have helped if Kino were rich? Is yes or no? Comment in the chat. Welcome to join the literature study live stream. And this is the Nobel Prize winners masterpiece. And it's describe a simple and happy family. Something changed all of a sudden. Their son was stung by the scorpion, and they would like the doctor to give the treatment to her son, but the doctor would not to help them because Kino's family is poor. And my question is a doctor a good person or not? Is a doctor? Comment in the chat. Is a doctor a good person? Do you think this doctor is a good person or not? Is a doctor a good person or not? Is a doctor a good person or not? Okay, let's continue. Some people might come in the chat. Maybe you say it's not good person because when he saw Kino's family is poor, he would not to provide the treatment to his baby son. Share a thought in the chat. And Kino goes diving. Kino goes diving into the water. He's the diver to search to find the pearl. Now, Kino return to the sea. He goes pearl diving. This is his work. This is how he supports his family. This is how he supports his family. And he dive beneath the water. He searches carefully, and then something incredible happens. He finds a huge pearl. Did he find a huge pearl? What did the author said? This is one of the most famous moments in the story. This is one of the famous moments in the story. Let's see what the book says. Now it's time to go to the book. Before we continue, yesterday we have already moved to chapter 2. Only part of chapter 2. And before we move on, let's review a few paragraphs so that we can easily to connect yesterday's together with today's. So let's connect with yesterday's before we move to today's. Ready? Ready? Okay, let's move on. Welcome to join I see the people. Comment in the chat, where are you watching from and what is the time in your area. And also don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. Okay, so let's go to what we have learned last time. Juana laid Coyotito on the blanket, and he placed her shawl over him so that the hot sun could not shine. He was quiet now, but the swelling on his shoulder had continued up his neck and under his ear, and his face was puffed and feverish. Juana went to the water and waded in. She gathered some brown seaweeds and made a fat damp poultice of it. and this she applied to the baby's swollen shoulder, which was as good a remedy as any and probably better than the doctor could have done. But the remedy lacked his authority because it was simply and doesn't cost anything. The stomach cramp had not come to Coyotito. Perhaps Juana had sucked out the poison in time, but she had not sucked out her worry over her first born. She had not prayed directly for the recovery of the baby. She had prayed that they might find a pearl with which to hire the doctor to cure the baby. For the mind of people are as substantial as a mirage of the Gulf. Let me read this one. For the mind of people are as unsubstantial as a mirage of the Gulf. Now, Kino and Juana slide the canoe down the beach to the water, and when the boat floated, Juana climbed in, while Kino pushed the stern in and weighed beside it until it floated lightly and trembled on the little breaking wave. Let me read this sentence again. Now Kino and Juana slide the canoe down the beach to the water, and the boat floated. Juana climbed in, while Kino pushed the stern in and waded beside it until floated lightly and trembled on the little breaking waves. Then, in coordination, Juana and Kino drove their double-bladed paddle into the sea, and the canoe seized the water and hissed with speed. Hissed is a kind of sound. The other pearler were gone out long since. In a few moments, Kino see them clustered in the haze, riding over the oyster bed. Try to understand this. It describes Kino and his wife, what they did after his son was stung. And Juana take care of her baby son, and the family. Kino and his wife try to find the pearls. Try to find the pearls. Give you a little time to try to digest what happened here. Give you a little time to digest what happened here. Let's move on. Light filtered down through the water to the bed where the frilly pearl oyster lay fastened to the rubbly bottom. A bottom strewn with shell of broken, open oysters. This was the bed that had raised the King of Spain to be a great power in Europe in past year, had helped to pay for his war, and had decorated the church for his sole sake. The green oyster with ruffle-like skirt on the shell, the barnacle crusted oyster with a little bit of wheat clinging to the skirts and a small crab climbing over them. An ancient could happen an accident could happen to this oyster. A grain of sand could die in a fold of muscle and irritate the flesh until the self-protection the flesh coated the grain with a layer of smooth cement. I pause it here. Okay, but once started, the flesh continued to coat the foreign body until it fell free in some tidal flurry, or until the oyster was destroyed. For centuries, men had dived down and torn the oyster from the bed and ripped them open. Ripped is like small, make it open, rip it open. Looking for the cold grains of sand. Swarm of fish. Swarm of the fish is a big group of the fish. Swarm of the fish. Lived near the bed to live near the oyster, thrown back by the searching men and the nibble, and to nibble at a shining inner shell. Nibble. 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 Nibble means take a small bite. Take small bite. Nibble. Take a small bite. Nibble. Nibble at the shining inner shell. But the pearl was accident. Drink some water. Nibble. Take small bite. Take small bite. She nibbled at her food. Take a small bite. She nibbled at her food. Nibble. Nibble. N-I-B-B-L-E. Nibble. 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 Take a small bite. Take a small bite. Okay, so let's move on. Nibble. Take a small bite. I try to find where we are. Oh, here. Swarm of fish lived near the bed to live near the oyster, thrown back by searching men, to nibble at the shining inner shell. Swarm of fish live near the bed. But the pearls were accident, and the finding of one was luck. Pat on the back by a little pat on the back by gods or both. A little pat on the back by God or the gods or both. A little pat. Pat is pat. You pat at me. You pat. A little pat on back is on the back. It's not on the body. It's on the back. A little pat on the back by God or the gods or both. A little pat. The meaning of pat on the back. The pat means touch quickly and gently with a flat of the hand. Pat. I pat you. I pat. Okay. Kino had two ropes. One tied to a heavy stone and one to a blanket. He stripped off his shirt. He stripped off his shirt. Stripped off. Stripped. Stripped. So, rimed or covering from. He didn't wear any clothes. Stripped. Move all the cover from. Remove all the cover. He stripped off his shirt and trousers and laid his head in the bottom of canoe. He put his head on the bottom of canoe. Laid his head on the bottom of canoe. The water was oily smooth. Oily like the oil. Oily smooth. He took his rug in one hand and his blanket in the other. He took his rug in one hand and his blanket in the other. He slipped feet first over the side, and the rug carried him to the bottom. Here, see how the author described. he took his rock in one hand. He took his rock in one hand and his basket in the other. One hand is a rock, the basket in the other. He slipped his feet. He slip feet first over the side, and the rock carried him to the bottom. The rock carried with him to the bottom. So how the author write here. The bubble rose behind him until the water cleared and he could see the bubble. The bubble is something like the bubble is something inside is the air. Something inside is the air. The bubble. The bubble here means a thin spheres of liquid enclosing airs of another gas. So is a thin spheres of liquid enclosing air or another gas. Something little round, the sphere of liquid inside it enclosing air or another gas, bubble. The bubble rose behind him until the water cleared and he could see. Above the surface of water was undulating. Is have a smoothly rise and falling form or outline, undulating up, rise and falling form or outline, undulating. Above the surface of water was an undulating mirror of brightness, and he could see the bottom of the canoe sticking through it. And he could see the bottom of the canoe sticking through it. You can see the bottom of a canoe. Okay. Now let's move on. Kino moved cautiously so that the water could not be obscured with mud or sands. Obscured is keep from being seen, conceal, keep from being seen. So that means to hide it, conceal. So here, The author wrote, Kino moved cautiously so that the water could not be obscured with mud or sand. When he moved inside the water, Kino moved carefully, so that water could not be obscured with mud or sand. So he moved carefully. He hooked his foot in the loop on his rock and his hand. Okay, let me do this way. Kino moved cautiously so that water would not be obscured with mud and sand. He hooked his foot in the loop on his rock, and his hand worked quickly, tearing the oyster loose. Open the terrace, tearing the oyster loose. Something thinly. Some singly, other in clustered. He cooked his foot in the loop in his rock, and his hand worked quickly, tear the oyster loose. Something singly, something is one, and some others in cluster. Something singly, other in clusters. He laid them in his basket. He put them into the basket. In some place, the oyster clung to one another so that they came free in lump. Because the oyster linked together, clung to one another so that they came freely in a lump, in a big. Okay, now we move to the next. Now, Kino's people had a song of everything that happened or existed. Something changed again now. Something changed again now. Now Kino's people had a song of everything that happened or existed. They had made a song to the fish, to the sea in anger, and to the sea in calm. Wow, very good writing. They had made a song to the fish, to the sea in anger, and to the sea in calm, to the light and the dark, and the sun, and the moon, and the sun were all in Kino and in his people. Every song that had ever been made, even the ones forgotten. As he filled his basket, the sun was in Kino, and the beat of the sun was in his pounding pounding heart as it ate the oxygen from his held breath. And the melody of the song was green water, and the little scuttling animal and the cloud of fish flittered by and were gone. The word scuttling. The word scuttling. Do you know this word? The word scuttling. Scuttling.
Scuttling.
Scuttling. Scuttling. Scuttling.
Scuttling.
Scuttling. Run hurriedly or furtively with short, quick step. Run hurriedly with short, quick step. Scuttling, 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 scuttling. Here, let's see. As he filled his basket, the sun was in kino, and the beat of the song was pounding hard. Was his pounding heart as it ate the oxygen from his held breath, and the melody of the song was a green water, and the little scuttling animal, and the cloud of fish that flittered by and were gone. Flittered by and gone. Flittered. Let me see. Not flittered. Fleet, 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 fleeted, 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 fleeted. Fleeted means move swiftly and lightly. Move sweetly and lightly. Fleeted, fleeted. Move sweetly and lightly. Fleeted. Cloud of fish that flitted by and were gone. But in the song, there was a secret little inner song, hardly perceptible, but always there. Perceptible. What does perceptible mean? What does perceptible mean? Perceptible here means able to see or notice. Perceptible, especially a slight movement or change of state, able to be seen or no. Some moment, slight moment or change of state that was able to be seen, or noticed, that was able to be seen or noticed. That was able to be seen, to be noticed, hardly perceptible, but always there, sweet and secret and clinging, almost hiding in the counter melody. Counter melody. Counter melody. Subordinate melody accompanying a principal one. Counter melody. counter melody. Almost hiding in a counter melody, and this was the song of pearl. That might be the song of the pearl. That might be, for every shell thrown in the basket might contain a pearl. That might be the song of the pearl. That might be. So Kino, his mind, is start to sing the song again. Song of the pearl, that might be. That might be. Easier than a pearl, pearl. For every shell thrown in a basket might contain a pearl. Chance was against it. But luck and the gods might be for it. And in the canoe above him, Kino knew that Juana was making the magic of prayer. Juana is praying. He was praying at that moment. She was praying. She was praying. Juana was making the magic prayer. Her face set rigid, and her muscle hard to force the log, to tear the log out of God's hand. Rigid. The word rigid. The word rigid. Rigid here means unable to bend or to be forced out of shape, not flexible. Rigid, not flexible. Rigid.
Rigid.
Rigid, unable. This bend. Unable to bend, unable to bend. Or to forced out of shape, not flexible, not flexible. Not flexible. Not flexible. Unable to bend or to be forced out of shape, not flexible. Not flexible. And her muscles hard to force the log, has to force the log, to tear the log out of God's hand, for she needs the log for the swollen shoulder of Corritito. He needed the log for the swollen shoulder of Coyotito, and because the need was great and the desire was great, the little secret melody of the pearl that might be was stronger this morning. Wow, the song, the tune, the little secret melody might be stronger this morning. Whole phrases of it came clearly and softly into the song of Undersea. The song of Undersea. The song of Undersea. The song of Undersea is the song, the Undersea's song. The song of Undersea, the Undersea's song. undersea. Undersea means below the sea or the surface of the sea. Undersea is below the sea. Below the sea. Kino, in his pride and youth and strength, could remain down over 2 minutes without a strain. Without strain. Without a strain, strain means the force to make a strenuous or unusually great effort. So force, strain means the force to make unusually great effort. So when he stay under the water up to 2 minutes without strain, without strain. Kino, in his pride and youth and strength, could remain down over 2 minutes without a strain, so that he walked deliberately. So he walked deliberately, selecting the largest shells because they were disturbed. The oyster shells were tightly closed. Disturbed. Disturbed means having had its novel pattern or function disrupted. Again, let me explain disturbed. Having had its normal pattern or function disrupted. Disturbed. Okay. Kino. Okay, because they were disturbed, the oyster shell was tightly closed. The oyster's shell was tightly closed. A little to be his right, a hammock of rubbly rock stirred up, covered with young oyster not ready to take. Here, see what does this sentence mean? A little to his right, a hammock of rubbly rock stuck up. Hammock. Hammock means a hill lock or a mount. It's a little hill. It's a little hill. Hammock. Hammock of rubbly rock. Rubbly rock. Rubbly. Rubbly rock. Rubbly. Rubbly means here is wasted rough fragments of stone, brick, concrete, etc., especially as debris from the demolition of building. Rubbly, so there's the place with the rubble, okay, with the rubble. Struck up, struck up. Struck up. Hammock, little mountain, little hill, okay, little hill. A little to his right, a hammock of rubbly rock stuck up, covered with young oyster, not ready take. Let's see what the whole sentence means. Struck up. Kind of like resist, like resist, fight back, resist, fight back. Let's see in the sentence. A little to his right, hammock of rubbly rock stuck up, covered with young oyster, not ready to take. Because that is young oyster is not ready to take. Kino moved next to the hammock. This one is not ready to take, and Kino moved next to the hammock, and then beside it, under a little overhang. Under a little overhang. Overhang here means overhang. Then beside it, under the little overhang. He saw a very large oyster lying by itself, not covered with its clinging brother. Under a little overhang, he saw a very large oyster lying by itself, not covered with its clinging brother. The shell was partly open, for the overhang protected this ancient oyster. Overhang protected. The overhang is a hanging extent outward overhang. It's a part of something that is stick out or hang over another thing, overhang. The shell was partly open, for the overhang protected this ancient oyster, and in the lip-like muscle, Kino saw ghostly gleam. Some miracle happened. Some miracle happened. In the lip-like muscle, Kino saw a ghostly gleam. Ghostly gleam. Gleam here means a faint or brief light, especially one reflected from something. Gleam, gleam, gleam. For the overhang protected this ancient oyster, and in the lip-like muscle, Kino saw a ghostly gleam, and then the shell closed down. His heart beat out a heavy rhythm, and the melody of the maybe pearl shrilled in his ear. Wow. Okay, I'll change the page. Shrilled in his ear. Shrilled in his ear. Shrill means make a shrill noise. Make a shrill, something like the screaming. Something like screaming.
Shrill.
Shrilled, something like scream. Slowly, he forced the oyster loose and held it tightly against his breast. He kicked his foot free from the rock loop. He kicked his foot free from the rock loop. And his body rose to the surface, and his back hair and his black hair gleamed in the sunlight. He reached over the side of the canoe and laid the oyster in the bottom. Right now he's he reached over the side of he reached to the side of the canoe and put the oyster in the bottom. And put the oyster lid and place the oyster in the bottom of the canoe. Okay. Then Juana steadied the boat while he climbed in. Steadied, try to make the boat steady, not move up and down. So steadied the boat while he climbed in. His eye was shining with excitement. His eyes was shining with excitement. But in decency, decency here means behavior that conform to accepted standard of morality or respectability. Decency, behavior that conforms to accepted standard of morality or respectability. But in decency, he pulled up his rock and then pull up his basket of oyster and lift them in. See, in decency, he is still kept in a very decent behavior. Very decent behavior. Very decent behavior. He put up his rock and then put up his basket of oysters and lift them in and put them in. Everything in a very decent manner. Decent behavior. Juana sensed his excitement, and she pretended to look away. It is not good to want a thing too much. It sometimes drives the luck away. Wow. So Juana sensed the excitement and she pretended to look away. She pretended not to care about it. Because it's not good to, if you want something too much, it is something drives the luck away. Drive the luck away. Drive the luck away. So the very description about the psychology, what Juana think. You must want it just enough. You must be very tactful with God or the God. But Juana stopped breathing. Very deliberately, Kino opened his short, strong knife. He looked speculatively at the basket. Perhaps it would be better to open the oyster last. He took a small oyster from the basket, cut the mussel, searched the folds of flesh, and threw it in the water. Then he seemed to see the great oyster for the first time. See the moment, see the action the author described in a very detail. In a very small detail. In a very small detail. Then he seemed to see the great oyster for the first time. He squatted in the bottom of canoe. Squatted. Squatted here means crouch or sit with one's knees bent, and one's heels close to touch one's buttocks or the back of one's thigh. Squatted. Crouch or sit with one's knees bent or one's heel close to or touching one's buttock or the back of one's thigh. Squatted. He squatted in the bottom of the canoe. Picked up the shell and examined it. The fruit was shining black to brown, and only a few small barnacles adhere to the shell. Let's see, what does this sentence mean? The fruit was shining back to ground, and only a few small barnacles adhere to the shell. Barnacles. Barnacle feed by filtering particle from the water using their modified feathered leg. So it's something in the water, okay? Something in the water. It's a kind of marine crustacean with an external shell, which attached itself permanently to variety of surface. Barnacle feed by filtering particle from the water using their modified feather leg. Okay, so it's some little animal, some little things in the water. Okay, so we just get an idea What does particle mean? Oh, barnacle.
Barnacles.
Barnacle. Barnacle. Okay, some little things in the water. Some little things in the water. Now Kino was reluctant to open it. What he had seen, he knew, might be a reflection, a piece of flat shell accidentally drifted in, or a complete illusion. In this gulf of uncertain light, there were more illusion than reality. Kino don't want to open it because in this gulf of uncertain light, there were more illusion than reality. He right now don't want to believe that's illusion or it is realities. But Huanna's eye were on him, and she could not wait. She put her hand on Coyotito's covered head. Open it, she said softly. She said softly. Kino deftly slipped his knife into the edge of the shell. Deftly. What does deftly mean? Deftly here means in a way that neatly, skillful, and quick in moment. In a way that is neatly, skillful, and quick in moment. And skill with a skill and quick in a moment. Deftly, deftly,
Deftly.
deftly, deftly, deftly. Quick question. What does deftly mean? So in a way that neatly, with a skill, and quickly, and quick in a moment. I see people still watching, and comment in the chat, where are you watching from, and what is the time in your area now? And now we are studying the Nobel Prize winner's masterpiece, The Pearl. And it was written by Nobel Prize winner John Steinbeck. And it is an amazing story. It talks about some story from peaceful to something unexpected. Now, Kino is finding the pearl. Kino deftly slipped his knife into the edge of the shell. Through the knife, he could feel the muscle tighten hard. He worked the blade level-wise, and the closing muscle parked, and the shell fell apart. Okay, try to understand what this paragraph talked about. Kino deftly slipped his knife into the edge of the shell. Through the knife, he could feel the muscle tightened hard. He worked the blade lever-wise. Lever. You know the lever? Lever-wise. just like a lever, okay? And the closing muscle parted. The closing muscle parted, and the shell fell apart. The shell was opened. The lip-like flesh the lip-like flesh rised, make a continual twisting, skirting movement, or contortion of the body. Twisting, make a continual twisting. The lip-like flesh rised up and then subsided. Subsided. Become less intense, violent, or severe. Subsided, to calm down. So I'll give you an example. I will wait a few minutes until the storm subsided. Calm down, stopped. So become intense, violence, or severe. Subsided. Subsided. The lip-like flesh rised up and then subsided. Kino lifted the flesh. Kino lifted the flesh, the flesh, and there it lay. The great pearl, perfect as the moon. It captured the light and refined it and gave it back in silver. Here's a word. In silver.
Incandescence.
Is white heat. Incandescence. It captured the light and refined it and gave it back in silver incandescence. It was as large as a seagull's egg. It was the greatest pearl in the world. Wow, that's good news, right? That's good news. It was as big, as large as a seagull's egg. It was the greatest pearl in the world. Now, let's see what happened the next. Let's see what happened after that. Juana caught her breath and moaned a little. And to Kino, the secret melody of the maybe pearl broke clear and beautiful, rich and warm and lovely, glowing and gloating and triumphant. In the surface of the great pearl he could see dream form. He picked the pearl from the dying flesh and held it in his palm. He turned it over and saw that its curve was perfect. Juana came near to stare at it in his hand, and it was the hand he had smashed against the doctor's gate, and the torn flesh of the knuckles was turned greenish white by the sea water. Let's see, what does this paragraph talk about? Juana caught her breath. He held her breath and moaned a little. Moaned a little.
Moaned.
Moaned. So make a long, low sound expressing physical or mental suffering or sexual pleasure. Make a long, low sound expressing physical and mental suffering or sexual pleasure. Moaned. Juana caught her breath and moaned a little, and to Kino's, the secret melody of maybe pearl broke clear and beautiful, rich and warm and lovely. So the song right now, the melody from maybe broke clear and beautiful, rich and warm and lovely, rich and warm and lovely, glowing and gloating and triumphant. Gloating. Dwelling on one's own success or another's misfortune with smugness or malignant pleasure. Dwelling on one's own success or another's misfortune with smugness or malignant pleasure. Gloating. Rich and warm and lovely, glowing and gloating and triumphant. Having won a battle or a contest, victorious. Triumphant. Glowing and gloating and triumphant. In the surface of the great pearl, he could see dream forms. He started dreaming now. He picked the pearl from the dying flesh and held it in his palm. And he turned it over and saw that its curve was perfect. And he turned around and see the turn it over and see that its curve was perfect. Juana came near to stare at it in his hand. Juana came near, he walked close and to the came near to stare, look at something stillly. Look something still. He stared at it in his hand, and it was a hand. It was a hand. He has smashed again the doctor's gate. Look at the hand. You know the hand smashed against. You know when the Kino get angry, he smashed again the doctor's gate, and the torn flesh of the knuckle was turned grayish white by sea water. Knuckles.
Triumphant.
Knuckle.
Knuckles.
Knuckles, a part of finger at the joint where the bone is near the surface. Knuckles. Knuckle. In your hand is your knuckle. Especially where the finger join the hand. Finger join the hand. Knuckle. Join together the knuckle. And the torn flesh of the knuckle was turned grayish white by the sea water. You look at the hand. The hand have ever smashed the door of the doctor. The gate of the doctor, and the torn flesh of the knuckles was turned grayish white by the sea water. Oh, something has changed. Now let's see what coming the next. What coming the next? Instinctively, Juana went to Coyotito, where he lay on his father's blanket. He lifted the poultice of seaweeds and looked at the shoulder. Kino, she cried shrilly with a scream. She screamed. He looked past his pearl, and he saw that the swelling was gone out of the body, out of the baby's shoulder. The poison was receding from its body, receding from his body. Receding here means go or move back or further away from a previous position. Receding. The poison was receding from its body. Then Kino's fist closed over, and the pearl and his emotion broke over him. He put back his head and howled. Howled.
Howl.
Howled means make a howling sound. Make a howling sound. very loud, very loud. It's a long, loud cry uttered by an animal such as a dog or wolf, so with a howl sound, very loud like an animal. He put back his head and howled. His eyes rolled up, and he screamed, and his body was rigid. He stood there still. The man in the other canoe looked up. The man in the other canoe looked up. Startled. Startled means very surprised. Startled. Startled. Startled here is a feeling or showing sudden shock or alarm. So the emotion is more stronger than surprise, and the feeling or showing sudden shock and alarm. Okay, it's stronger. It's stronger. And then they dug their paddle into the sea and raced toward Kino's Kino's canoe. And when the other people heard that, they move. When the other people heard that, they move. They dug their paddle into the sea and raced toward Kino's towards Kino's canoe. They move, they raced, they dug their paddles as fast as they can and raced towards Kino's canoe. So here, dug. What does dug? Dug. Dug. Dug means it's a dig. It's a past or past participle of dig. So they dug. They dig. Okay. They dig. They dig. They dig. They dug their paddles into the sea. They dug their paddles into the sea and raced towards Kino's canoe. Wow, so right now, Kino found his pearl. The pearl of the world is as big as, I think is a seagull's egg. It is as large as a seagull's egg. It was a great pearl in the world. So that is what happened. Oh, Jake. Oh, Dragon. Hi, Dragon. Oh, hi, Jake. Hello, New Power. Yeah, nice to meet you again. So, after Kino's sons was bitten by was bite by the scorpion, and his family, Kino's family, got a tragedy, and they go to the sea and want to find the pearl, because Kino's work is the the di- the diver. He's a diver. His job is to find the pearl. And now they did find the pearl. The pearl, everything seemed like change. That is an amazing thing in this family. And the exciting moment, the author writes this way. Oh, by the way, Jake, today at the very beginning and the first 10 or 20 minutes, I have already composed a song. Composed a song for Kino's wife. Kino's wife sing the song to the baby. That's an old ancient song. It's only 3 notes, and I create a very simple song. So when the Kino's wife, she sang the song, but I let's finish this one, and I'm going to sing the song. Okay. Dragon. Okay. So let's see what happened. What happened when the what happened when the pearl was discovered? Just now I read it slow. Right now I read it, connect the thing together. I'm going to read the last 2 paragraphs to see what happened at that moment. What happened? Joanna caught her breath and moaned a little, and to Kino, the secret melody of the maybe pearl broke clear and beautiful, rich and warm and lovely, glowing and gloating and triumphant. In the surface of the great pearls he could see dream forms. He picked the pearl from the dying flesh and held it in his palm. He turned it over and saw its curve was perfect. Joanna came near to stare at it. Stare at it in his hand, and it was a hand he had smashed against the doctor's gate. Do you remember? Kino smashed against the doctor's gate, and the torn flesh of the knuckle was turned grayish white by the sea water. In Instinctively, Juana went to Coyotito, where he lay his father's blanket. She lifted the pockets of seaweeds and looked at the shoulder. Look at the shoulder. Kino, he cried shrilly, like screaming, loud and screaming. He looked past his pearl. He saw that the swelling was gone out of the body's shoulder. The poison was receding from its baby. Then Kino's fist closed over the pearls, and his emotion broke over him. He put back his head. And hold. Hold is he shout like the animal, very loud like animal, strong and loud like screaming like animal. He put back his head and howled. His eyes rolled up and he screamed, and his body was rigid. He stood there without moving, rigid. The man in the other canoe looked up. When he howled, the sound was heard by the men in the other canoe. They looked up, startled. Startled is more emotion than surprise. So that means shock, alarmed is very strong. Startle is stronger than surprise. And then they ducked. Their duck is the past tense. Okay, duck is the past tense. Is they dig. Duck is dig. Okay, then dig. They dug their petals into the sea. They dug the petal into the sea and raced towards Kino's canoe. Wow, that's so good writing. Let me see what you write. Oh, me did a song to burnt my biscuit. Oh, you compose a song. Good. Congratulations. Congratulations. I'm glad you composed the song. So right now I gave you the things. Since we talk about the song composition, I'm gonna sing the song that I composed and sing it out for Kino's wife. I composed the song I'm gonna share with you. So where the song, why I composed the song for this paragraph, okay? So Kino could see things without looking at him, who Anna sung softly an ancient song that had only 3 notes, and yet endless variety of interval, and this was a part of a family song too. It was all part, sometimes it rose to an arching chord that caught the throat, saying it is safety, this is warmth, this is the whole. So let me share with you the song. Let me share with you the song I composed. Hopefully I didn't forget, because when I sing, I recorded. Hopefully I didn't forget, and also sing the same melody as what I have just now. Because the new composition, I might change it. Okay. Sleep. I read it. So this is the reason I compose it is because of here. Uh, okay, here. Juana sung softly in ancient song that had only 3 notes, that yet endless variety of interval. Okay, and then I composed the song, I wrote the lyrics. Sleep, little one, close to my heart. Safe in the night, warm in my shawl. Sea whisper low, stars softly shine. Moon guards your dream, one gentle ray. Look like the it's a little low, the key a little low. Sleep, little one, dream without fear. Love from the first, love evermore. Sleep, little one, dream without fear. Love from the first, love evermore. Sleep, little one, close to my heart. Safe in the night, warm in my soul. Sea whisper low, stars softly shine. Moon guides your dream when gently rest. Sleep, little one. Sleep, little one, dream without fear. Love from the first, love evermore. Let me see, what did you write? Oh, sounds great. Great lyrics. The lyrics of the song is like this. I wrote 2 sets of the lyrics. Since in the novel it says 3 note, yet endlessly variety of interval. So I'm going to get 2 set of the melody. Okay, 2 set of the lyrics. So let me read the lyrics for you. For first set of Sleep, little one, close to my heart, safe in the light, warm in my shell. Sea whispers low, star softly shine. Moon guards your dream, wind gently rests. Sleep, little one, dream without fear. Loved from the first, love evermore. So let me sing this again. Sleep, little one, and close to my heart, safe in the night, warm in my soul. Sea whisper low, stars softly shine. Moon guides your dream, wind gently rest. Sleep, little one, dream without fear. Love from the first, love evermore. Sleep, little one, dream without fear. Love from the first, love evermore. So this is the first set of the lyrics. The second set of the lyrics, because Juana sing endlessly in different interval. Actually, I can change the key, but right now I will not change the key. I just sing, I try to get the melody. Ah, 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 sleep, my child. Ah, 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 safe and warm. Sea and sky, what you know? Heart and home, hold you close. Ah, 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 dream and grow. Ah, 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 my little pearl. Ah, 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 dream and grow. Ah, 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 my little pearl. So, let me, since when I sing, probably it's hard for you to catch my lyrics. Let me read the lyrics for you. Ah ha ha, ah ha ha. Sleep, my child, ah ha ha, safe and warm. Sea and sky, watch you now. Heart and home, hold you close. Ah ha ha, ah ha ha. Dream and grow, ah ha ha, my little pearl. So that's the lyrics I wrote. Now I'm going to sing the second set of the song again with the lyrics. Ah, 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 sleep, my child. Ah, 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 say my warm. Sea and sky, what you know. Heart and home, hold you close. Ah ha ha, ah ha ha, dream and grow. Ah ha ha, ah ha ha, my little pro. Ah ha ha, ah ha ha, dream and grow. Ah ha ha, ah ha ha, my little pro. I link the first set of the thing together. Sleep, little one, and close to my heart. Safe in the night, I warm in my shell. Sea whisper slow, stars of vision. Moon guides your dream, winds gently rest. Sleep, little ones, dream without fear. Love from the first, love evermore. Sleep, little one, dream without fear. Love from the first, love evermore. Ah, 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 sleep, my George. Ah, 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 safe and warm, sea and sky, what you know. Hearts and home, hold you close. Ah, ha, 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 dream and grows. Ah, ha, 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 my little pearl. Ah, ha, ha, ah, ha, ha, dream and grow. Ah, ha, ha, ah, ha, ha, my little pearl. And also I can play on the keyboard. Once the song get ready, I can play on the keyboard. I can compose the song, write the lyrics, and play on the keyboard or the piano. Also, we analyze the story, analyze what happened, analyze the scenery. Also, we analyze the color of the scenery. For example, Kino's wife braid her hair with a green ribbon. Why? Because at that moment, the life is peaceful. And later on, the scene change. The scene change. Get a little cup. Later on, the scene change, the color probably make a little dark or something, but the color still is a part of the story. So that's how the author write this noveler, and the color, the scenery, the sea, the birds, the pig, not a pink, the pig, okay? They want to looking for the food. The pig, the birds, the sunshine, all the dawn, all the part of the story. By all the scenery is going to create the atmosphere of the story, from peaceful to the tension, from the peaceful to the pressure, from the peaceful for the tragedy. So there's a contrast, it's a style, a contrast. Thank you. So today we review the chapter 1 and the part of the chapter 2, and we finish the chapter 2. The chapter 2, right now something good happened because they find the world, the pearl of the world. It is as big as a seagull's edge, so it's the pearl of the world. And the Kino and his wife are very happy. However, they pretend they don't care, so they still keep the decent manner. How detailed they describe, they still hide it, the excitement, and they pretend everything is normal. However, they couldn't help the heartbeat, so they know they have the money to sell the pearl and sell the money to make the money from the pearl, and their son can get a treatment from the doctor. They start to dream, they start to wish, seem like the life start to be good. And also at the very beginning, they don't believe they got the good stuff, and they pretend. And also from the description of the author, mention about mirage. The mirage means something look like not real. So it describe the shore, the seashore. It look like water. It look like water, and the water maybe the shell, the seashore, the seashore is land, but it look like water and a mirage. Everything seem like not real and uncertain. And right now they find the things, their dreams start to grow, and everything seem to be good. So I give you the quick wrap up of the things, and also the song I composed for the chapter 1, which the song was sung by Kino's wife, Juana. Any other questions? Any other questions? Any other questions? I like the song I composed. It match the theme of chapter 1. Because let's go to the novel. I'm going to just now I read the one paragraph in around this part. Now I'm going to read the paragraph above it and the paragraph below it. See why I compose the song and how it match the context with the noveler. I'm going to read the paragraph close to the song. Okay, and the lyrics, the author didn't compose. I composed the lyrics. Let's see what did I write before this paragraph and after the paragraph. Okay. The dawn came quickly now, a wash, a glow, a lightness, and then explosion of fire as the sun arose out of the gulf. Kino looked down to cover his eyes from glare. He could hear the pat of the corn cake in the house and the rich smell of them on the cooking plate. The ants were busy on the ground, big black one with shiny body, and a little dust the quick ant. Kino watched with detachment of God, while a dusty and frantically tried to escape sand trap, an ant line had dug for him. A thin, timid dog came close, and a soft word from Kino curled up, arranged its tail neatly over its feet, and laid its chin delicately on the pile. It was a black dog with a yellow gold spot where its eyebrow should have seen. It was morning like other morning, and yet perfect among mornings. Kino heard the crack of the rope. Crack is a little noise, and with Juana took Coyotito out of his hanging box and cleaning him and hammock him in her shawl in a loop that placed him close to her breast. Kino could see these things without looking at them. Juana sang softly an ancient song that had only 3 notes and yet endless variety of interval. And this was a part of family song too. It was all part. Sometimes it rose to an arching chord. It caught the throat, singing, "This is safety. This is warmth. This is the hope." Across the brush fence were other brush houses. The smoke came from them too, and the sound of breakfast. But those were other songs. Their pig were other pig. Their wives were not Juana. Kino was young and strong, and his black hair hung over his brown forehead. His eyes were warm and fierce and bright, and his mustache was thin and coarse. He lowered his blanket from his nose now, for the dark poisoner's ear was gone, and the yellow sunlight fell on the house. Near the brush fence, 2 roosters bowed and fainted at each other with squared wing and neck feathered ruffed out. Each would be a clumsy fight. They were not game chicken. Kino watched them for a moment, and then his eyes went up to a flight of white dove twinkled inland to the hill. The world was awakened now, and Kino arose and went into his brush horse. So that is a paragraph before and after the song. So that's beautiful. And I think that is for today. And I'm going to sing a little, 1 or 2 verse of the song. And if you have not joined, come in the chat and welcome to join. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. And comment in the chat, where are you watching from, and what is the time in your area. And I'm gonna sing 1 or 2 verse about the song I composed. That is a really amazing experience. Now I'm going to sing it. I sing 1 or 2 verse. Sleep, little one, close to my heart. Safe in the night, I warm in my soul. Sea whisper low, sad softly shine. Mourn guards your dream when gently rest. Sleep, little one, dream without fear. Love from the first, love evermore. Ah, 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 sleep, my child. Ah, 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 say my words. Sea and sky, what you know. Heart and home, hold you close. Ah ha ha, dream and grow. Ah ha, my little pear, my little pearl. Oh, so this is really amazing. So I'm glad I finished the chapter 2, and also I share with you the song I composed, and the lyrics I composed too. It's very good atmosphere. Let me see. Any other questions? Any questions about chapter 1 and chapter 2? Any questions about chapter 1 and chapter 2? Okay, now this story seem like right now full of excitement now. Start from peaceful to terrible, right now excitement. And before we end up the live stream, come in the chat, where are you watching from, and what is your time in your local area. And before we end, I'm going to share another, my favorite poem. I'm going to, this poem I started long time ago. And now I'm going to share with you the number 3 and the number 4 verse. Till all the sea gone dry, my dear. Till all the sea gone dry and the rock melt with the sun. Oh, I will love thee still, my dear, while the sands of life shall run. Till all the sea gone dry, my dear, till because people love each other, till all the sea gone dry, I will continue love you till all the sea gone dry, my dear. Till all the sea gone dry, my dear, and the rock melt with the sun. Till all the sea gone dry, my dear, and the rock melt with the sun. Oh, I will love thee still. Oh, I will love thee still. Oh, I will love thee still. While the sands of life, shall run. Sands of life, life means my life. While the sands of life shall run, and fear they will, and fear they will, and fear they will, my only love, and fear they will, well, WHILE. It shows life is short, it's temporary. And fear they will, a while, short period. And I will come again, my dear, though it were 10,000 miles. So let me, before we end it, I'm going to recite the first and the second verse. I'm going to recite the first and second verse. Okay. Fixing to go to sleep. Oh, okay. So, yes, go ahead and have a good dream. Very glad to spend time with you. You are so amazing and you compose the music. I'm glad you make a progress. Congratulations and have a nice dream. And I'm going to share the first one or two things and recite it. Oh, my love, like the red, red rose that newly spawned in June. Oh, my love, like the melody that sweetly played in tune. And fair art thou, my bonny lass, so deep in love am I, and I will love thee still, my dear, till all the sea gone dry. So that is the song. Let me sing the first verse. Oh, my love's like a red, red rose that's newly sprung in June. Oh, my love's like the melody that's sweetly playing in tune. Thanks for watching. Comment below. Don't forget, subscribe, share, comment, and like. Have a good dream. A red, red rose for you and for your dream. Hopefully, in your dream, you can dream your beautiful girl and your red, red rose sweetly played in tune, newly spawned in June, and it will till all the sea gone dry. It never fade. It's going to be deeper and deeper. So wonderful things, and also Kino's wife is the son of the family and the son of the baby and the son of the love. So the song without fears and it's show the emotion. We write the lyrics. And any other questions? Thank you for the flower. Thank you. Any other questions? And we shall have a good dream. And any other? Don't forget to comment and subscribe, share, and like. And I wish you to be successful too. And you're very creative, and you compose your music, and also you would like to listen to the Nobel Prize winners masterpiece, and we learn from it, we inspire from it, we got a lot from it, and we build up our foundation, we make us stronger. Any other questions? Okay, I think that's all for today. Our love, like the Bonnie Lass. Oh, somebody joined. So let me see who joined. Um, what is an anti? What is an anti? What does this mean? Hello, Jason. Uh, hello, the Jason. What is an anti? I don't understand what you mean. And welcome to June. Today we share Nobel Prize winners masterpiece, and the name is The Pearls, and the characters are Kino, Joanna, Kino's wife, and the baby Coyotito, and the doctor, and some of the other fishermen. And there's a wonderful story, and start from peaceful to dangerous problem, and to the excitement, and to some miracle. And what happened next? And welcome back. So we are going to continue. This will be a to be continued series live stream. It's a real live stream. It's not the pre-recorded video. It is not. It's a real live stream. And if you miss the song, just now I sing the song, and this is a composition I composed for this novel. It's a novel composed for this novel. Any other questions? Go back, and also don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. And go back to the to watch my video. It's a series. So from it, and also you will learn some philosophy. What is fast? What is slow? And why the book spread? Why the library spread? Why? Religion and philosophy movement. What do you think? What is your life philosophy? Comment in the chat. What is your life philosophy? And what did you learn from this article, from the noveler? So I think that's it. Any other questions? Any other question? Okay. Thank you so much. Oh, my love, like the red, red rose that's newly sprung in June. Oh, my love, like the melody that's sweetly played in tune. And fair art thou, my bonny lass, so deep in love am I, and I will love thee still till all the sea gone dry. This is another popular, famous poem. If you want to know more, join us next time. Let me see anything. Thank you, Jason. Welcome to join next time. Right now is going to end this session. Any other questions? Come in the chat. Come in the chat. Where are you watching from? Come in the chat. What are you watching from? And what is your local time back your place? And this amazing experience. Then today I compose another song, the music. So go to the video go to the live stream and watch it to see if you like it and why I compose that very light, sounds like a 3-note song. Why? And read the story, the novel, and see why. Yes, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. Okay, so I think that's all for today. Oh, my love, like the melody that's sweetly played in tune. Go back to this video, this live stream, to see how the song, like the red, red rose, that's sweetly played in tune. Subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.